Fuck of them.
Yo, killer. Give us something legit there.
How comes this judge now tell the police them say, wanna make sure Carib and Upper Sovereign and all of the theater them and cinema them, make sure them now show no violent movies in there. Make sure they don't have no violent movie on posters displayed anywhere that is accessible to the public.
Yeah, man, I said if you know, say I keep represent the fullest, you know what I mean? It's global. Everything locked in to the fullest. Out there upon them. Beat.
Yeah, people, bless upon yourselves. So, today, we have a reason about a judge in the corporate area will instruct the police them to lock up any entertainer will promote violence in the music. So any man we have a sing gun song, the judge has said, the police to lock them up. Now, I'm going to break that down and make you say this is not only unconstitutional, it is based on classism and hypocrisy. But before we get into that, the 5-star general has now confirmed that he has his UK work visa, which means UK shillings soon and very soon. Now, we know some people not happy if see what go on. Some people are going to have headache. Some people are going to have heart attack. Some people are going to have running belly. Some people are going to cry. But whatever the case is, oh God bless, no man curse. Bounty Killer is a youth where help too much people in the earth. For God allow this man to suffer. It just not gonna happen. So haters, go and hate. Well wishers and fans, big up on yourself. As Tony Rebel said, you could have preached like a Paul, could have Allah, could have ball. Good people are good people. And Rodney Price are good people. Alright. So we could get into the reason now. So, recently, according to the Star, September 22nd, a judge in the corporate area, so a judge in Kingston, convict a dancehall artist, not well known, but nevertheless a dancehall artist, because he might promote violence in his lyrics and firearms are displayed in his music video. Now if we go in our background, I'm going to read a little piece of the story. So I'm going to get a background. And I'm going to explain why all well-thinking Jamaicans have a problem with a ruling here. Because this ruling is unconstitutional. This judge has just infringed on the rights of a citizen. And it is a big deal. Now, the Constitution exists to protect the individual rights of all citizens. So if a judge in a court can just make a ruling and disregard the Constitution, then the whole away in a problem. Now, me personally is not a fan of gun lyrics. But the Constitution is not based on what you like or what you not like. The Constitution gives every Jamaican certain rights. And those rights are not to be infringed upon by the state or by the courts. As a matter of fact, the state have an obligation to protect those rights. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you say, if this ruling is allowed to stand, not only dancehall will be affected, but even Carib 5 and all the movie theaters want to go watch movie, they too will be affected. Because certain movie them now can't show. So me have to break down this for uno. So me could start with the ruling. So according to the Star, September 22nd, 2023, a recording artist who was brought to court for performing a gun song was sentenced to community service after pleading guilty in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. Now, the first mistake what this youth make is to plead guilty. That was the first mistake. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article. You can go research and read the entire article. But of particular concern is what the judge said. Listen. Senior Parish Judge Lorian Cole Montague lauded them, and the them is referring to the police, for doing so, and called on investigators across the corporate area to amp up arrests for entertainers who promote violence in their lyrics. So this judge has said, police, I am commending you for bringing this case before the court. But don't stop there. Lock up every entertainer who sing gun lyrics and bring them come. That is what this judge is saying. So make we examine that and see if I only dancehall I got a problem. Because me guarantee you, if this ruling is allowed to stand, I not only dancehall in a problem. Now I could find the Constitution. Alright, here it is. So, this is what the Constitution says. Section 13, subsection 3 of the Charter of Rights. The rights and freedoms referred to in subsection 2 are as follows. The right to life, liberty, and security of the person, and the right not to be deprived thereof, except in the execution of the sentence of a court in respect of a criminal offense of which the person has been convicted. The right to freedom of thought. Listen. The right to freedom of thought, conscience, belief, and observance of political doctrines. The right to freedom of expression. The right to freedom of expression. The right to seek, receive, distribute, or disseminate information, opinion, and ideas through any media. Now, every Jamaican citizen have these rights, in addition to other rights, like the right to life and so on. But we are dealing specifically with the ruling. So we see where the Constitution said, you have the right to freedom of expression, to seek, receive, distribute, or disseminate information, opinion, and ideas through any media. Now, one thing that we must understand is that the state or the court is not permitted by law to infringe on any rights of any citizen unless that citizen has been convicted of a criminal offense, or if that citizen take any sort of action or make any pronouncement that will infringe on the right of another citizen. So let me break down what that means. So, for example, you have the right to freedom of movement, but Vybz Kartel was convicted of murder. So because he was convicted of a criminal offense, the court now have the right to restrict the freedom of movement. So now he's behind bars. So that is an example of how the court can take away certain rights. Let me go on another example. Every person have the right to life. But if somebody attack you, you have the right to defend yourself. So if in defending yourself, it happen that the other person will attack you, get killed, then you are well within your constitutional rights to defend yourself. Because the action of the other person was infringing upon your right to life. So those are just examples. But under normal circumstances, the state nor the courts don't have the authority to infringe or take away the rights of any Jamaican citizen. Now, another thing what more people understand is that if a law is in conflict with the Constitution, so let's say them pass a law, like the law where them convict this youth under. That law, in my opinion, is in contradiction to the Constitution. And if it is in contradiction to the Constitution, then the Constitution take precedence. Let me find it. All right. It says, if any other law is inconsistent with the Constitution, this Constitution shall prevail, and the other law shall, to the extent of the inconsistency, be voided. So, I'm going to read the law now, that in my opinion, it is in clear contradiction to the Constitution. It is the Offences Against the Person Act. And may I read section 18. Now, this is the law where them convict this artist under. A person shall not produce, record, sell, import, perform in public, circulate or play a recording of an audio, visual, or audiovisual communication that promotes the killing of or other serious act of violence against any person or category or group of person, or seeks to promote, encourage, or facilitate the criminal activity of a criminal organization. A person who contravenes subsection 1 commits an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction in a resident magistrate court to a fine not exceeding $1 million or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months, or to both such fines and imprisonment. Audio, visual, or audiovisual communication includes an article, report, advertisement, or other thing communicated by means of a newspaper, magazine, or other periodical. A program report, advertisement, or other thing communicated by means of television, stick up in there, because this is going to come back, you know. The television part is going to come back. Because remember me telling you, say, if this ruling is allowed to stand, Carib and the rest of theater, them have to go lock down. Or stop show certain movies. By means of television, radio, the internet, or any other form of electronic communication. A picture or visual image, a song or musical arrangement, or any other method of communication or information. Now, you see it also include a picture or visual image. Very important. So, according to this law, there should be no display of violence in any public place. So, whether it is in print, audio, electronic, or audiovisual form, it is illegal based on the law. Now, which would mean Carib cannot display expendables or equalizer or any of them movie there in the public. Not only that, them can't show them either in the theater. You know some people are going to say, no, a madness in my talk. Watch the piece of legislation here. This is called the Interpretations Act. So we are going to see what is a public place. Because if dancehall artists can't say certain things or can't display certain things in a public place, then the theater them can't do it either. According to the Interpretations Act, this is what a public place is. Listen. Public place includes every public highway, street, road, square, court, alley, lane, bridgeway, footway, parade, wharf, jetty, quay, bridge, public garden or open space, and every theater. Let me say that again. And every theater, place of public entertainment of any kind, place of public entertainment of any kind, or other place of general resort, admission to which is obtained by payment, or to which the public have access. So according to the law, this is the definition for public place. So you tell me now, if me wrong when me said this ruling is based on classism and hypocrisy, and in my humble opinion, is unconstitutional. Because if it's not classism, how comes this judge now tell the police them say, wanna make sure Carib and Upper Sovereign and all of the theater them and cinema them, make sure them not show no violent movies in there. Make sure they don't have no violent movie on posters, display anywhere that is accessible to the public. Hypocrisy and classism. And this again show you that it is not about maintaining law and order. It is about discrimination against a certain set of people and a musical genre that was born in the ghetto. That's where the problem lies. So, I want to say if Carib go lock down. Because on the one hand, the law is unconstitutional, in my opinion. But on the other hand, it is not being enforced even-handedly across the board. A one set of people them a target. Ghetto youths are them people that them a target. So, to be frank, I am not too worried about this piece of legislation and dancehall artists are get locked up for freedom of expression. Because as soon as this is challenged, I'm almost certain it is going to be deemed unconstitutional. And for the people who might say, well, the man them must sing about too much gun and too much violence in the country and whatever the case is. I agree. And if it was left up to me, no more guns and no sing. But that is just me as an individual. That does not give me or anyone else the right to take away somebody else's right. So if we want to solve the crime problem, infringing on other people's rights is not the way to do it. But if we ever infringe on people's rights, make we infringe right across the board. And I'll end right there. Until next time, bless up on yourself. Peace. Again, killer, congratulations youth. Big up yourself. God and good road. Salute.